Gehen wir rein in das allererste direkt. Horrible Apology Documentary mit einem Bild von Draymond Green. Moistcrtical haut wieder ein Video raus. Gehen wir rein. Findest du mein TikTok? Hast du Neues? Guck ich gleich mal.
I love awful YouTuber apology videos, but today I've got something truly special to show you. This is the magnum opus of saying I'm sorry. It doesn't come from a YouTuber either. This comes from a basketball player, and he completely redefined the apology video meta. He made an entire apology documentary. I'm talking about Draymond Green. Now, I don't know how many of you are some red-blooded American, brewski-boofing, patriotic sports fans, but I'm going to break down the situation for those of you that aren't and don't know what I'm referring to. Draymond Green is a professional basketball
Musst du dafür so ein eingefleischter Amerikaner sein, dass du damit du dich damit
player,
auskennst,
plays for the Warriors, and recently he was filmed in practice punching his teammate after an argument. I can't show the video because YouTube will probably age restrict it for shocking and disturbing content, which it's not. So I'll just paint the picture with words here. So Draymond Green and Jordan Poole are at practice, and then some words get exchanged between the two. I can't read their lips, and the quality looks like it's straight out of 2001 off of a goddamn Motorola Razr, so the quality's fucking abysmal.
Yeah, true.
Don't know what they said to each other, but they were some not nice words being exchanged. Perhaps Jordan Poole hit him with a SpongeBob reference that he didn't appreciate, something like, "Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town." Then Draymond Green gets up in his face. Jordan Poole pushes him off, and in response to that, Draymond Green fucking cranks a mean one and lets a go-go gadget extendo knuckle sandwich fly, absolutely blasting Jordan Poole. I don't think it was a full-blown knockout, but Jordan Poole did hit the ground hard. Like, he went down harder than the UPS delivery driver throwing my packages at the door. But this is where this fight started and stopped. The team separated the two of them, and the video was leaked to TMZ, and this became a huge deal in the entire sports world. Afterwards, Draymond Green did issue an apology publicly, saying he was sorry for the whole situation and how embarrassed he was by it. But clearly he wasn't embarrassed enough because he decided to shamelessly make a documentary about this whole situation as well. The man made a full-blown, goddamn Michael Moore-style documentary on his punch of his teammate. It's so weird and goofy. I'm going to show that to you now, at least bits and pieces of it. But I also want to let you all know, if you're not familiar with Draymond Green, the guy has a reputation for being a bit of a douchebag. If you just type in Draymond Green hitting players in the nuts, you can watch full compilations of how many times he's kicked other basketball players in their ball sack.
Ja, ist aber auch alles im Spiel. Ist halt nötig, wenn du gewinnen willst. Willst du machen, Bruder?
He's made a habit out of it. There's one player in particular, Steven
Sag mal, Bohrer, bist du der Bohrer, der heute Mittag schon im Stream war, oder bist du jetzt ein anderer Bohrer?
Adams. I believe he's kicked him in his
Sag mal, wie alt bist du? Mein Ego sagt 1 gegen Jordan Poole gewinne ich.
fucking jewels 3 times. 2 times in one game, if I remember correctly. So he's got a reputation for being a bit of a dirty player and a bit of an asshole. So this was just a nice cherry on top of that already pretty bad reputation.
On October 5th, Draymond Green and teammate Jordan Poole got into a verbal altercation during practice.
Was ist denn das für ein Video? Das kenne ich ja gar nicht. Vor allem die Erzählerstimme. Mit dem Wasser im Hintergrund.
Draymond Green and
Bruder, er hätte ihnen eine gegeben im Practice. Was ist los bei euch? Rafft euch mal.
teammate Jordan Poole got into a verbal altercation during practice. The incident ended with Draymond punching Poole in the face.
Yeah, they pulled out all the stops for this one, all the bells and whistles. They got a professional voiceover here, making it sound very official, professional. And you would think most people in general would want to move on from a controversy like this. Just, you know, apologize, put your head down and ignore it, so that way it will hopefully go away faster. But for some reason, Draymond and the whole team that put this piece together really like to roll around in the drama of this, making it a spectacle. I don't know what they thought was a good idea about this, making a documentary to explain the punch. It's totally unnecessary. I think everyone understands what happened here. Yeah. Draymond got upset and punched his teammate. It's very simple. It's like the simplest story ever told. Yet they're making it seem like a very complex issue with very many moving parts to it.
Digga, willst du mir jetzt endlich meine Fragen beantworten oder nicht, Bohrer? Du Lost Boy, Alter.
That we don't fully grasp, thus needed a documentary to explain it to our little idiot brains here. It makes no sense to me. They're just here trying to squeeze as much milk from this controversy as possible, just grabbing it by the tit to get as much juice from the squeeze as they can.
I think you're initially upset, pissed off, which is why you have the reaction you have.
Oh, er wird auch echt schon
You
traurig
don't
sein.
say. The reason you punch people is because you're upset.
Frage, ob deine Mom sich heute gewaschen hat oder ob ich wieder einen Waschlappen mitbringen soll. Oder also wirklich.
And pissed off. Fucking truly groundbreaking revelations here. My third eye is open. My mind is being expanded. Just please slow down here, Socrates. We're tackling some very profound and deep things now. You're telling me there's a correlation between being upset and punching someone? No, that...
Was?
No, what?
Part of the process of why did this happen? And walking yourself through why. The different things that can get you to why what took place actually took place.
It's not that deep. I wasn't even there and I could
Sogar Schnittfehler in der Documentary? Was hast du gerade gesehen, Josh?
tell you why this happened.
Ich bin mit deiner Mutter heute duschen gegangen. Bruder, ich hab dir schon mal gesagt, wenn euch im Kindergarten irgendein Müll passiert, keine Ahnung, ihr euch anscheißt oder euch ankotzt oder irgendwas, Digga, und meine Mom euch dann abduscht, dann bedeutet das nicht, dass ihr mit meiner Mom in die Dusche gegangen seid. Okay.
Because he hurt your feelings and you lashed out, you had a little temper tantrum and punched him. It's not a confusing situation that needs like a deep explanation. The only question I'd be asking is, why didn't you aim for his nutsack like you normally do?
Was er für ein Wichser ist, Digga. Also ganz ehrlich, ich frage mich dabei halt, warum punchst du jemanden, mit dem du vor ein paar Monaten, vor 2-3 Monaten eine Championship gewonnen hast, totgefreut hast, einfach gefühlt 1-0 für die Bohrer. Kuss. Die Frage war, ob du der gleiche bist von heute Mittag. Sag mal, wie alt du bist, Bruder, weil der andere Bohrer ist 26 oder 27. Der hat sich versprochen und die haben das drin gelassen. Das kann gut sein. Das kann gut sein. Und das bei so einer hochauflösenden Dokumentation über seine Entschuldigung, ne? Ist echt eine Frechheit.
Now how do you feel and what do you feel about it?
What in the fuck are you even saying? Jesus Christ, you punched your teammate. That's it. I don't think after the punch you immediately went into a sensory deprivation tank to meditate on it and really dig deep into the weeds and figure out, well, why did this happen and how am I feeling about it? Like, did you go immediately and see a psychiatrist or something? Like, what are you going on about here? Jesus. Imagine Jordan Poole. You get punched and the guy who punched you makes a documentary about it. You already know Jordan Poole and the rest.
Welche andere Bohrer bin ich? Okay, gut, dann gibt es doch 2 verschiedene Bohrer, Bruder. Weil der andere Bohrer hat die ganze Zeit gesagt, es gibt keinen verschiedenen. Und jetzt nochmal ganz kurz an die ganzen Leute auf YouTube, Digga, die sich darüber aufregen. Tut mir leid, dass ich mich mit meinem Chat unterhalte. Aber ich bin halt in erster Linie Streamer und nicht YouTuber. Es tut mir wirklich leid. Trotzdem viel Spaß noch weiterhin mit meiner Reaction.
The team are laughing at Draymond Green for this one. And rightfully so. The man is the protagonist of premium cringe right now.
So you get at a time, you give it some time to allow people to throw their opinion out.
Oder ich kann mir halt nur vorstellen, dass sie jetzt so ein Apology-Video machen, weil ja Warriors sind Champion gewesen, wollen nach draußen das gute Image weiter verteidigen, war ja nun kleiner, ne? Die haben sich ja auch schon wieder lieb, die haben sich ja schon gegenseitig wieder Assists geschmissen im ersten Game. Es ist wieder alles gut. Aber dann lass doch einfach ruhen, anstatt da so ein Ding draus zu machen.
Quite frankly, I don't care about people's opinion.
Yeah, this really seems like someone who doesn't care about people's opinion. He cares so little about your opinion that he made an entire documentary whining about the situation. That's how little of a fuck he gives about what you think about him. Now, please, shed some tears for this forgiveness documentary he's made.
I don't spend much time, I don't really read many tweets at all. And so I was just at home chilling with my children. If you want me to be honest with you, I still don't know how much the world may think it blew up.
Sparked by the leak of the video, the incident did blow up.
Was? Also ich habe ja keine Ahnung, wie es... Also ich bin nicht so im Internet, ne? Ich lese ja keine Tweets. Er ist den ganzen Tag am Tweeten an irgendwelche Leute. Aber, ne, ich weiß jetzt auch nicht, wie viral das Ganze gegangen ist und so. Bruder, du machst ein fucking Apology-Video auf House of Highlights davon. Was ist denn?
The classic, oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't think it was a big deal. I was at home with my family being a loving father. And in fact, I'm one of the best fathers on the planet. I'm not a bad guy. In fact, I was just so preoccupied being the best dad of all time that I didn't even stop to notice that people were upset at me for a video that was taken or something. I don't even know if it was a big deal at all.
I apologize to his family. For me, that is the task at hand, to rebuild trust in our locker room. I feel that.
Hat er nicht Unrecht mit, Digga. Muss man erstmal wieder das Vertrauen aufbauen. Aber man muss auch dazu sagen, es ist jetzt nicht Steph Curry und Draymond Green. Es ist nicht Klay Thompson und Draymond Green. Es ist Jordan Poole und Draymond Green, Digga. Ne, da gibt es schon eine bestimmte Ebene, auf der sich begegnen. Draymond Green als der Ältere und der Weisere eigentlich, Digga. Und Jordan Poole, der sich das annimmt, der vielleicht ein bisschen cocky ist, Digga. Draymond Green muss einfach besser mit seinen Emotionen umgehen. Das ist ganz einfach, Bruder. Du kannst das gegen Gegner machen, damit intimidatest du die vielleicht noch ein bisschen, schüchterst du ein bisschen ein, aber nicht bei Teammates, Digga. Und ja, ich habe heute schon 2K gezockt, Digga. Ich bin jetzt offiziell Level 40.
Everything that I can to make this right.
That's a clip from his public apology when this first started blowing up, and I actually thought it was fine. He said, I'm sorry to Jordan, his family, his team, and then explained how he's going to try and make things right and make things better and get trust back in the locker room. And then a week later, he makes this absolutely insane documentary about the punch.
Und Josh, Digga, schick mal den Link von
clearly
deinem
something went awry there. The first response he had, I think, was okay. He's just like, you know what, I fucked up. It is what it is, and I'm sorry. And now he goes full Hollywood here, sniffing his own farts, and makes a documentary surrounding this punch.
It's on me to make sure we're headed that way. Time clarity, you know what it is, I know what it is. Continue to move forward, put it behind us.
Ich muss sagen, seitdem ich Level 40 gehittet habe, stinke ich halt echt wie ein Puma.
It helps.
War wahrscheinlich auch das letzte Mal.
And get back to business. That's where I go from here. That's where we go from here.
Got
and get back to.
Das war ja ein wilder Cut.
Continue to move forward, put it behind us. It helps. Allows you to start the process. And get back to business. That's where I go from here. That's where we go from here.
Oder ich würde gerne diesen ApoRed-Version davon sehen, wo er seine Outtakes, wie oft er dafür gebraucht hat.
Gotta love how this video is supposed to be like an explanation for why it happened and a little documentary surrounding it, but it doesn't even do that. It doesn't do the bare minimum. He just says like, well, why did it happen? And it's the process of understanding why it happened, but never even says why it happened. He never even explains why he did it. I mean, everyone knows why he punched him, like we all get it, but this whole documentary was built around the idea of, well, here's his chance to defend himself and give his side of, what happened here and how regretful he is. But it doesn't even do that. But you want to know the best part of this documentary? It says nothing. It doesn't even make a point. It's just like, hey, here's Draymond Green, he punched this guy, and here's him moderately reflecting on it. And then he goes back to practice, and he says it's time to get back to work, and he hopes he could lead the team better now. That's it. That's the whole documentary. Like, it has no purpose whatsoever. It's mind-blowing that this got made, but regardless, that's pretty much where the documentary ends. It's very silly, and I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's a wild set of circumstances here. Making a documentary about your outburst punching your teammate is such a bold move, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Da hat er vollkommen recht, Digga. Also das Video war eigentlich komplett nichtssagend. Hätte er sich wirklich sparen können. Weil Leute haben schon wieder weitergeguckt, oder wie gesagt, das erste Spiel hat angefangen in der NBA, Digga. Jetzt haben wir erstmal 82 Spiele vor uns, wo einige Sachen abgehen, aber es nicht mehr darüber geredet wird, dass Jordan Poole vielleicht mal Draymond Green geboxt hat. Vor allem, wenn die mit Ansage einen 8-0 Run erstmal schaffen, also 8 Wins hintereinander.